Jai Hind everyone, I am Pankaj Kumar and today we are going to read about the chapter biodiversity, and biodiversity is begins with the two words. As you can see here, it is a bio means life and diversity means how much variability is there, diversity. So bio means what? Life. Diversity means you can see diverse, diverse. So diverse life, we will see the diversity, and the diversity in terms of what? Not only in terms of life or the living being. It will be in terms of what, beta? It will be in terms of my handwriting is going bad. It will be improved. Uh, in life, it's not only in terms of life. It will together with the habitats. Okay. So how the diverse is habitat and how habitat environmental factors will uh, cause the living organism to being a different mm, to the others. Okay, the term biodiversity was given by Walter G. Rosen. Okay, but it is popularized by term given by Walter G. Rosen, and it was popularized by Wilson. Wilson he like popularized the biodiversity. It's look like a very simple topic, but it is a very interesting and a good topic. In terms of the NEET examination, you will see in NEET exam, for sure they will ask at least one to two questions in the NEET every year, and the question is very simple, so you can answer the questions easily. Understood biodiversity terms, and the terms where I said that diversity is not in terms of the life only. It will be consist of the habitat, how they are diverse in the terms of habitat, and what are the factors which you think to make the living organism diverse. The factors are like it can be first the resources. Okay, the resources, then light, then temperatures, temperature, uh, resources, like resources can be food and some inorganic matter, soil and all. So the soil, light, temperature, soil, and other major factors. Can anybody will guess, like suggest any other factors? Light, temperature, soil, resources. Huh. Anybody will tell me any other factors, Ra? Nobody will tell. Okay, leave. Then gene will be the major factor which will decide the species or the expression, and then DNA, gene. Other than that, nothing will be there. Okay, so light, resources, and the, if you can see, you can say habitat, and then we can say latitude, tude, and then we can say what? Latitude and longitude. Latitude and longitude. So while you are, if you are watching the YouTube videos, you just fast forward the video, so you will get the better experience. So these are all the factors by which will cause the diversity of the organisms. So here you can see the latitudes. You know better than me. If I can say, these lines are what? These lines are what? In Earth, these lines are. Anybody will say, please.
Latitude.
Who said? So the according to the latitude and longitude, it will differ the. It records the different in the intensity, and the part of the light will be comes according to the latitude and longitude. So the polar region, if you'll see, the polar region, if you'll see, the less light will become here in this region, and it will be little more darker. Yeah, it will be little more darker here. Okay, this is our pole. As if you will go from up to down to the latitude, and from down to up again, then the more intensity of the light will be come here only in the mid. So we divided the Earth according to the three latitudes: the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn. So the Tropic of Cancer is around 23.5 degree north, and the Tropic of Capricorn is 23.5 degree south. So in between these, the light is coming like the density or the light is falling much here in this region in between the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn. So the diversity and the chance of the forming of the life more is very high in this region in between the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn. So it will be more diverse at the equator. So the three lines which we seen of the which will define the Earth, its geography, that is called Tropic of Cancer, Tropic of Capricorn, and the middle will be the middle line is called the equator. So if you will go from pole to equator, then the diversity will be more. So if you are moving from pole to equator, the diversity will increase. Is it clear to everyone? Now the diversity is you seen that how light affects the diversity on the Earth. Okay, now we'll see what are the other factors which will define affect the diversities. Not each and every factor, but diversity can be defined in the three stages. First stage is uh, species diversity. Okay, genetic diversity. You've seen how the factor like light is a factor which will affect the diversity. So the genetic diversity will be what? If the more organisms are there in the tropic of in the equator. Okay, in equator, how many organisms are there? Around 1200 species are there of sorry 12,000 I said. So around how many species are there? Around 1200 species of bird. It is 1200 species of bird in India. Okay, in India. And if you'll see, the same count will be decreased. Okay, the same count will be decreased if you'll go to the above the just away from the equator. If you'll go any side away from the equator, ups or down, if you'll go away from the equator, the count will be decreased. If you'll see the region Greenland, the species richness is very less. Okay, so in Greenland, the around only 56 species are there of the bird. 56 species of bird. So if you'll see the 56 species, the 56 species will have the variation among themselves and their body also. Okay. So the species have the diversity on the basis of genetic, how their genetics are there. and on the basis of what, on their habitat also. Okay, so the genetic diversity will be defined as the what, you seen two examples in this. What I am trying to say, if you see one species of among these 56, it is species have, that is species, any bird you can take. Okay, that bird have different genes, and that gene will have different function in their body, different function within the body. Okay, within the body. Okay, and among the other birds, if you see the birds, different function among the, within the body and among species, and among species. Okay, okay, just give me 1 minute, I will show you something. Oh, shit. Mm. Okay, you can see these two type of birds, and now you just see this this bird, this is a different species, this is a different species, and this is a different species. Okay, these both birds are found in the Greenland. These both are found in Greenland. If you'll see the birds among themselves, suppose this is a one and this is a second bird. Okay, so this second bird and first bird have the genetic variations among themselves also, and it have the genetic variations with the others also. And the variations which you can see with within the species. Okay, I will give the numbers. The third number, the first number, and third. So one and two have the same species variability. Okay, so variability, sorry, diversity, diverse among species according to the to genetic composition. Okay, genetic composition among species. Okay, and the diverse among the species according to genetic composition, and the third I will tell you soon. About the third, we will talk about this. So we'll see the birds which will have the genes will be diverse among the same birds and the in their species also. So how we will define this, we'll define the genetic diversity, like the genetic diversity refer to the variations. It is genetic diversity is variation variation in the genetic composition, in genetic composition of individual or among species, within or among other species also. Okay, is it clear to everyone? Is it clear? Okay, so please show your thumbs if it is clear, or if it is not clear, just show your below thumb. Okay. So you understood what is genetic diversity. The important point is in the genetic diversity is the genetic composition. What it is? It is the genetic composition. Where I written here. So the genetic composition will be define the diversity according to the genes. We can divide the genetic composition. Now we'll see the second bird and the third bird, and the third number bird and the second number bird have the different type of diversity. That is called the species diversity. Okay, so the third point you can see is the second level of second level of the biodiversity is the species level. First level you seen, and the basis of the genetics, and second is species level diversity. If you will see species level diversity, what you will see, beta, the species will be first. You have to understand what is this species. I will tell. Anybody will tell, please, what is this species, ra? Soon. Anybody will tell, please, what is this species? So, what is a species, and how we can define the species? Species is simply the organism which are living within, which are able to inbreed within the species. They are reproductively isolated, so it will called as a species. Okay. If you will tell, if you want to explain according to hierarchy, it is the lower hierarchy of the species of of any classification, in which the most of the organism will be same. The most of the organism will be resemble same. So species are what? Mm, species are species are group of reproductively isolated, reproductively isolated group of reproductively isolated organism. Okay, reproductively isolated organism. Reproductively isolated, it means the birds cannot reproduce with the snakes, or different type of species cannot breed with reproduce with the another kind of species. This is reproductively isolated. So the in this, they will reproduce among themselves, like within the species. Okay, reproduction can be possible. Reproduction can be possible within species. Okay, within species. So the third bird which you seen, the third bird cannot reproduce with the first or second bird, but the first and second bird can reproduce among themselves. So that is kind of the species diversity. So this is called the what? Species diversity. So they both are living in a maybe they both are living in a particular area, particular region, but they are little diverse in a particular region. So this is called what? Species richness. So the species which are present within a species region, the the variety of species, a variety of what species within region. Okay, it is called by species diversity. Okay, the variety of species within a region, it is called what? Species diversity. You understood? Now, you've seen the examples also. The bird two and one will reproduce among themselves. That is one species, and it cannot reproduce with the third bird. So it is a different kind of species. So this is called the species diversity. Now we'll see the another term which is ecosystem diversity. So ecosystem diversities are, you can see the examples. You can see that I will give you a picture. So ecosystem diversity will be what? Some organism are living in the desert. Some organism are living in the what? Mangroves, and some organism are living in what? Other examples. So whatever the pictures I am taking, it is from the Google. It's not from the TNPL. So we have to tell. You have to ensure these things. So the image which you are seeing now, is it visible now? So if it is a visual, just thumb up. So there are so many type of ecosystem, and in all ecosystem livings, organism are livings. Okay, you can find in all ecosystems. So in this, you can find what? Fishes and all, because it is aquatic ecosystem. This is a mountain. You can see the different kind of goats. The goats have the different kind of ability to climb in the rocks, and this is the diversity for the flowers. This is the wet, not this, not a wetland, it's a forest. So this is the desert. So the in every ecosystem, the diversity, because of the ecosystem, the species will be diverse. Okay, so that is called the what? Ecosystem diversity. Okay, ecosystem diversity. So what it is defining, the it is defining simple thing. What it is defining, wait just a minute. Hmm. So ecosystem diversity, how you'll define? So ecosystem diversity, simply you will see say that variation in the ecosystem, or the you can see the variation in the habitat, or the you can see the variations in the niches. So it is simple. You can say the variation or diversity. Why I am saying variation again and again. So the diversity in or in habitat. Okay, diversity in habitat or niches. So you can see their habitat are different, so the ecosystem will be different. Aquatic ecosystem, as you know, it is a for what it is for the fishes and all. Okay. So these are the three levels of the defining the ecosystem. I hope you understood. If anybody have any doubt, you can ask me now. You can raise your hand if anybody have any doubt. If you don't have doubt, just thumb up. Okay, no doubts. So ecosystem diversity is the diversity in the niches and habitats. So this is understood that if the Greenland is there or the desert is there, the habitat will be different and the living organism will be different. Even not all the animals only. In fact, uh, our lifestyle will be changed if the diversity will be different. The ecosystem diversity will be there. If you will meet the people who are from the Rajasthan, you will find the different culture and the different way of living life. Okay, if you will meet the European people, their skins will be generally it will tell the type of diversity and the way of food, the kind of food will be also changed. It is because of what ecosystem diversity. So you can say that diversity on the basis of genetics. Okay, that is genetic diversity. You can say the diversity on the species. So that is species diversity, and you can say according to the diversity according to the habitat or you can say ecosystems. Okay, is it clear to everyone? Now we'll see the gradients and the magnitude of the diversity. So the magnitude of the diversity according to the gradient of the diversity. So here only I will tell. What should I tell here? Hmm. Is it clear the light, the fall, how the sunlight will be fall here? Is it clear to everyone now? Now you just write some data which is important for you, and this data is also written in the what NCRT also. So along with the what? Along with the sunlight, you want water. Did I wrote water as a important factor? I missed. Okay, just write the important factor is water also, na? Water, huh? So if the water will be there, the life will be there. Everybody knows. Okay. If the light will be there, the diversity and will be there. So the sunlight plus water will define you the diversity. So if you see the sunlight will be fall much in the region of the uh, between the 2.3 degree 23.5 degree north to the 23.5 degree south. You can say directly the equator is more richer, species rich in case of temperate regions. Okay, so we'll see the some data which is written in your notebook. The Colombia located at the just now we seen now. I wrote also. I am writing again. Okay, the Colombia at 71 degree north. Okay, and sorry, it is not a 71 degree north. It is something. Colombia is where? Is it mentioned there? No, it is not mentioned here. I don't know where it is. I have to search. So Colombia is just near to equator. Okay, it will be near to equator anywhere in the South America, maybe near to equator, and the species of bird will be around 1400 species of bird is there. Okay, but again, if you will go from the equator to the upside, okay, to the upside, the species will be decrease. So from Colombia, if you'll suppose here will be somewhere it is a Colombia. If you'll go above, then the New York will come, and New York will become around here, above here, at the 41 degree. Where it is in New York, here it will be okay. So if you'll see the New York, so in New York, this bird species are around 51, 105 species of the birds. Okay, 105 species of bird. This data is important. Okay, you just remember this data. Okay, if you'll go little up, now you will go to the Greenland. Greenland will be here somewhere. Okay, in the north, this region it will be the Greenland. So if you'll go to the Greenland, then Greenland will have how many birds varieties? Around 56 only. Okay, 56 species of bird. So where is the Greenland? So I am writing here. This is Greenland. This is New York, and this is Colombia. Okay. So Colombia is near the equator. If you're going up from the Colombia, the species is going decreasing. Species is decreasing here. So it is called what, beta? It will be called the ecosystem diversity. In terms of me, if you ask the ecosystem diversity, the ecosystem will be changed from equator to the pole. So it will give you the ecosystem diversity. Is it clear or not? If it is clear, please thumbs up. Okay, now the thing is that another thing what you will see the 100, which is the most rich species rich in the earth, which place is more species rich in the earth? Everyone know, comment it fast, comment it. We want comments. The most species rich places are is what, where it is? Okay, I wrote already where it is. Amazon forest. Got it. It is a Amazon forest where the species is very more richest. So we'll see in Amazon they've given some data. Just out of that, I am giving you 40K plant species of plant were there. Okay. So now the species, now the data is decreasing, like because of some other reason. Uh, Human interpretation. Okay, because invasion of the humans, the species richness is decreasing in the Amazon. We'll see at the end of this chapter. So the other thing is that the climate in the evolutionary history will cause the ev- evolutionary history, and the climate will cause the species diversity. The 10th point we can write here, the climate will be the other reason. Okay, climate and gene we already wrote, so we will not write the evolutionary history. Okay, climate will affect the things, the diversities. Okay, so the thing is that if you'll see this diagram, how the climate will change. Again, it is here. Sorry, let me delete this. Just a moment. You seen mountains? You went to the hills. Not hills are not a mountain, but you sure you seen the mountains. Anybody seen mountains in movies, pictures, and anywhere? Okay, if you're not, you just see here. Okay, the diversity will be like this. If you're standing here, okay, if you're climbing and you're standing here, you will see the grasses. If you go, forest will be there, and as you're climbing up, the number of number of plant and species will decrease. If you reach here at the top, then you will find what? You will find only ice or only the rocks or only rocks you will find. So as you're going up to the altitude, then the diversity will decrease. So you can see the diversity, species diversities, species diversity will decrease. Species diversity will decrease at higher altitude. So the length which you are seeing here from here now, that is altitude. Okay, the from water level. Okay, from sea level, water level. I'm saying. So from sea level, the height of the land will be called as altitude. So the species diversity will decrease as at higher altitudes. Okay, altitude. TUDE. Now another thing we'll see, higher altitude. How much time do we have? We have only 6 minutes. So chemistry sir will take, है ना? So how much diverse our world is? So our Earth is around. Earth have altogether the plant, animal, bacteria, and altogether it is around 1.6 million species are there. Okay, among this 1.6 millions, among this 1.6 million species, the 22% will be what? 22% are plants, and the remaining percentage will be what? The 70% will be animal. Animal will include everything like not microorganism like algae and fungi and all. Okay, so this among this 70%, which the most abundant kingdom on earth is arthropoda. So among this 70%, out of this 70%, 70% are insects. You can say directly arthropoda. So this is the magnitude of the diversity. So you can see some groups. I will tell some numbers. Okay, numbers of species. So number of species. Here you just write group and you just write number of species. Number of species. So the groups is like insect. Insect is more. So insects group numbers are around 10,25,000. Okay. Then you will see what? You will see the birds. Birds species are around 9,700. Then you will see the mammals, and mammals species are around 4,600, 4,600 something. And if you see among the plants, so after this insect, the vascular plants will be more abundant. Vascular plant, I mentioned vascular plant. Vascular plant includes what? Except bryophyta and algae are the vascular plant. Okay, tracheophytes will called as a vascular plant. So it is around 27, 2,70,000. Sorry, 2,70,000. These are the species regions you just mentioned and write in your notebook so you will remember it. So we are about to finish this class. So now we'll see what. What are the uses of the biodiversity? Can anybody will tell me please what are the uses? Okay, you can text me if you want. Nobody is texting. Okay, species are early. Okay, okay, okay. So, what are the uses? Why this biodiversity is required, and how it will benefit for us? You remember the ecosystem services? So, the benefits of the use of biodiversity is what? Biodiversity, diversity. Use of biodiversity, beta. Use of biodiversity will be like first it will be for the ecosystem diversity. Ecosystem diversity. You remember ecosystem diversity? No, not ecosystem diversity. Just erase this diversity. You just write ecosystem services. You remember ecosystem services? So I will tell you one example. If the algae will be not there, okay. If the algae and this type of habitat will be not there, then the rocks, this the big rocks will be not converted into what? Soil. So the algae is required more. Lichens. Okay, better I can write. Lichens required what? Lichens required to convert the rock into soils. It is the important thing. So this type of diversity will give this type of ecosystem. Are you getting my point? So if the diversity will be there, lichens will be there, then only rocks will be converted into soil. So that is the use of the biodiversity. Another use, beta. Another use will be what? Prevent disasters. Prevent disasters. What are the disasters like which will be prevented by the ecosystem? Suppose the big disaster, the climate change is occurring here. That if the plants will be not there, the rain will be not there. If rain will be not there, the crops will be not there. Crops will be not there. The food scarcity will be there. That is a one kind of disaster. Another kind of disasters are the landslides. Another kind of disasters are the glaciers just melting and the level of the water is increasing, that cause the different kind of changes. So the soil erosion, landsliding, and the pattern of changes in the rain and the increasing the sea level of the earth, these are what? Disasters. Okay. Or the holes which is making in the ozone layer because of the several reasons. So that are the disasters. Got it? So it will prevent disasters. You can write this. Other than that, you can write the source of the. So it will give food, maintain, maintain food chain. Okay, food chain, or you can say directly ecosystem. It will maintain the ecosystem, and it will prevent the extinction of the organism. If the diversity will be not there, the some species will be extinct soon. So it will give food, maintain food chain, and the prevent the maintain the ecosystem. You can write. Other than that, it will give what, beta? It will give medicines. Other thing, other than that, it will give some ecosystems have some biodiversity have our ethical connections, like we have some spiritual connection with the some trees, some birds, some animals, so that will give you the aesthetic and cultural benefits. Okay, it will give aesthetic and cultural benefit. Is it clear or not? So now we are going to conclude what we studied. We seen the Earth is very diverse. I will conclude within a 1 minute. Okay, Earth is very diverse, and the diversity is caused because of several reasons. Because of resources, light, temperature, soil, gene, habitat, latitude, longitude, altitude, water, climates, and all. So you seen the species. Three species are there. Like one, two, three birds are there. If you will see one and two, they are genetically diverse among themselves. Again, they are genetically diverse. So that is called the genetic diversity. If you see the 2 and 3 cannot meet each other because their species are different. So this is called the species diversity. And the bird which are living in the like cold region, that cannot live in the uh, temperate regions. Okay, so the temperate region birds cannot live in the equator region. So that is called the ecosystem diversity. As you've seen, we have the different type of ecosystem. Okay, so these are all types. And then we seen the species richness according to the latitude, altitudes. So if you'll go above the mountain, if you'll go above level of the sea, as you'll go up, the richness, species richness will be decreased. Then we'll see the numbers of the species. More species, abundant species are insects among all kind of animals or plant. So animal consists of 70% of species richness and plant consists 22%. Among plant, vascular plant are more species reached. Now we seen the uses of biodiversity. Use of biodiversity are the ecosystem services, prevent disasters, food, it will maintain food chain and the ecosystem, it will give medicines, aesthetic values and culture, it will help in industries also. Without this ecosystem we don't have the industries. Hope so that you understood. And if you have any doubt, please comment me below the link, and we'll meet again in the next class. Thanks for watching.